So,
What letter is this?
Q.
Q. This is indeed a Q.
Front.
All right, welcome to the Patriot Hour for Sunday evening. And if you notice, I got the new hat on, folks. I had went down and got some of the mail the other day, yesterday. Just now opened it a little bit ago, and unbelievable, awesome. This hat here, the other side actually says the Patriot Hour, so there's embroidered lettering, the Patriot Hour. Then I flipped it over, and I don't know if it's reversible, but this is awesome, embroidered as well. So big shout out to Julie Johnson, I believe. Well, I know, I'm thinking I'm reading that right. Julie Johnson. I'm pretty sure the last name's Johnson. I think the first, it was, a signature. Sent a very nice letter. Hi, Michael. And of course, folks, we got some Q updates, importantly. So you might, hopefully you listen here for a second, and we'll get right into them. If not, skip ahead a few minutes. But we have to take time sometimes. Just appreciation to all you guys, all right? Totally. We have 3 people in our family listening to you daily. Thanks for keeping us informed. I did want to mention our dad is from near here and a few towns over. Unbelievable. We looked up your location, and we had lived very close. We were raised to know that area of Indiana was God's country. That was instant attachment to you. Keep up the great work. We will be always listening in to your updates. Enjoy the cap. Thanks for all you do. Julie Johnson. Thank you guys so much. Camille Puckett, Jonah Beverline, Jonah Beverline, and there you go. Awesome. They sent a letter as well. I will read all of these someday, folks. I'm going to sit down and have an awesome episode for those that would be interested, and I'll always give shout outs just on the fly as well. It won't take up too much time because it's important what we do, right? I mean, one day we're going to have all kinds of things to talk about, and we can go back in time. All you guys want to hear about some of my time in the service. We can go over all those great things, and from time to time, when we got a little bit of time, we will do that. But welcome to the Patriot Hour. I'm Michael. If you're new, please subscribe, like, share after the video. Take a look in the comment section. And folks, I've gotten some other hats, and I love them. I got one put on my globe over there. I've wore it a few times, truly have. Not on the show maybe, but and maybe I should. But I wore it out in town. I'm just really particular. And I actually got a second one of the same ones in that somebody sent. And of course, Scott loved it, and he wore it. And he wears it still, so that one went to him. Already sent this picture out. People loved it. I'm gonna have to look into the tag, which I already did, and get some more ordered. We don't sell anything. This is awesome. I'm curious as if they made a few more and they're wearing them. That would be awesome. Just everything was a distraction when I was trying to do the website and all these other things. I think will come down the road. So we don't have any merch or websites or anything. I do own the domains to tons of the Patriot Hour .techs and nets and orgs, and I own them all, but I haven't done much. For a little bit of time, it was just a distraction. I'm only a one man, other than the people that help. All right, you know them: Ben, Scott, Nate, others, Woodman. God bless all of you. You guys have been tremendous. So, all right, I'm wasting a lot of time here. Let's jump in. Again, welcome. All right. So here we go. We got quite a few drops, folks. Quite a few drops from the last ones we went over. All right. And earlier today, it might have just been one comment out of many. Somebody said I'd skipped over the post that had some biblical references, and truly we did them last night. I don't try to skip over any of the posts ever for any reason. I wouldn't do that. We read them and we break them down together, folks. That's what we do. Okay, so I believe we're right here on 2766. That came at 317. Let me make this a little bigger for everybody. We have a repost of one from back on February 9th of 2019. And we got the minus, the 30, 45, kind of the countdown. And then we were linked to a NASA, how they work. And there's some other stuff in here about the Scaramucci model, the Rod Rosenstein removal, oversight of molar, ore, bar, install. So we got the political article here we're going to jump into and look at. Politico, we got Whitaker to stay at Justice Department following stint as acting Attorney General. Former acting Attorney General Matthew Whitaker will remain at the Justice Department despite William Barr's being sworn in to lead the department. Whitaker, who served as Chief of Staff to then Attorney General Jeff Sessions until President Donald Trump tapped him for the acting role in November, is now a senior counselor in the Associate Attorney General's office, a department spokesperson said on Friday. So he looks like he just kind of moved over to another position, folks. Still willing to do the job and work. I don't see a conflict of any interest. Whitaker remained DOJ senior staff, senior counselor in the Associate Attorney General's office. Planned? Was it part of the plan? Whitaker remained DOJ senior staff. Again, this is on February 9th, and we're just now getting an article from today, so I don't know if that's been public knowledge or just now starting to come out. Either way, well, if it's a one-way, then Q is a little ahead of the curve. Typically is, right? 2767 at Snowden. I just talked about him a little bit earlier. What happens when Russia gives you up? Will the C_A protect you? Sleep is important. 2768. We got some pictures here of, well, what is it, Jussie? I don't even know if I'm saying that right, but this Smollett. So anyway, we got, looks like Booker, or Obama, Michelle, I'm not sure who that guy is. Maxine Waters, all the common people here, folks. So I'll get to that article in a second. Harris and Booker applying political pressure regarding Chicago PD, regarding Smollett false flag case. What bill did the Senate recently pass regarding lynching? Who are the authors of the bill? That would have been Kamala Harris, and Booker. What false flag event took place just prior to the passing of the bill? Did the FF event involve a noose? Did the FF event sway senators in their decision to prevent fake news attacks? Solomon case. Did fake news contact many senators prior to the vote seeking out pro-nay and attempt to coerce, using Solomon case as a foundation for possible future smear? What is the mathematical probability of these two events occurring within the same time period? What is the relationship of Smollett and Booker and Harris? This is where it needs to be dug. Will Rahm Emanuel get involved? Will the Chicago PD cave under pressure? These people are sick. Hashtag Wake Up America. Oh, I missed that whole article, didn't I? Let me click on it. Cory Booker withholding judgment on Solomon case after calling it attempted modern-day lynching. Democratic presidential candidate Cory Booker told reporters Sunday that he would withhold judgment on the alleged attack on Empire Jussie Smollett after calling the incident an attempted modern-day lynching when it was first reported last month. I'm going to withhold it until all information actually comes out from on-the-record sources, the senator from New Jersey said after meeting with voters in Rochester, New Hampshire. We know in America the bigoted and biased attacks are on the rise in a serious way, and we actually even know in this country that since 9/11, the majority of terrorist attacks on our soil have been right-wing terrorist attacks, the majority of them white supremacist attacks. Booker cited the deadly shooting at Pittsburgh Synagogue this past October, as well as a June 2015 shooting at the historical black church in Charleston, South Carolina. He was quick to call it a modern-day lynching but then slow to give any kind of, backtrack with the facts that have already come out. Okay, now we're going to move on up here to the next one, 2769. We got to repost to 2768. Everything we just read, everything we just looked at. But now we got a quick history lesson. 13th Amendment abolished slavery. 100% Republican support, 23% Democratic support. 14th Amendment gives citizenship to freed slaves. 94% Republican support, 0 Democratic. 15th Amendment right to vote for all. 100% Republican and 0% Democratic. Now, the irony. Now, you will argue with people about this and try to tell them history, and they're most guys that I've heard is, oh, well, that switched. Well, wouldn't that be the same guys like when we fought to get away from the, unjust taxes and central banking systems, or just owing taxes altogether for that level? And then the bankers kept trying to come back in until 1913 when they were successful. They tried many attempts. And then Woodrow Wilson, right, 1913, the Federal Reserve Act. And they didn't want to do it in the same manner that they did before because they knew the people were upset. The people didn't want it. So they were going to guise, we'll call it the Fed Reserve. Ha ha ha, federal. Makes the people think it's federal, it's government. So they come in guises. So all I'm saying is for the people that support, maybe the Democrats have been racist this whole time, but they just quit being out front with it and became subversive, and they do projection to other groups, and the whole time that it's really them. They use and abuse I just think they're humanists. They're globalist. All right. Moving on up to 770. This came just at 623, folks. It's like 719. How do you infiltrate the MSN? How do you infiltrate the mainstream media? Example 1, ABC News executive producer Ian Cameron, married to Susan Rice, NatSec advisor Hussein. CBS News, CNN, journalist Brianna Villavina, married to Peter Arzog, Director of Office Management and Budget, OMB, Hussein. CBS News President David Rhodes, brother of Ben Rhodes, he's a delegate of the National Security Advisor, Hussein. ABC News correspondent Claire Shipman, married to Jay Carney, White House Press Secretary, Hussein, under Hussein. MSN, arm equals arm/extension of the Democratic Party. Nothing to see here. Think about that, folks. That's just a little breakdown of how the connections work on 2770. Going up to 2771. This came at 628, just a little bit ago. Got the Time article. We actually went back over this in like July or something, or June. They knew the reach then. Think about now. All right, this is Time. 25 most influential people on the internet. And it was June 30th, I think I saw. June 30th. Updated June 30th. Originally published on the 28th of June, okay? So there you go. 25, we got the BTS. It's like behind the scene. Beyond the scenes. My bad. Logan and Jake Paul. All right, these are some YouTube. Rihanna. All right, hold on. Got Trump. I don't want to make you guys dizzy. Matt Drudge. I'm just naming off. All right, here we go. Kyla, I don't even know who that is. 27-year-old Aussie and entrepreneur and personal trainer. Bikini body guide, all right. Q, Anon. Last October, an anonymous user known simply as Q started posting cryptic messages on the controversial message board 4chan. The common theme being that President Trump is a secret genius and his opponents, namely Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama, are evil. Q reportedly claimed to be getting his information directly from the government. Thanks to top secret Q-type security clearance, there has been little, if any, hard evidence to support Q's musings. But over time, thousands of people started to believe them, or at least to acknowledge they might be real. And they became the foundation of a wide-ranging conspiracy theory known as QAnon that has been covered by the New York Times, New York Magazine, among others, and discussed in more than 130,000 videos on YouTube. One of its most prominent followers, Roseanne Barr, who tweeted several references to QAnon before being fired from her hit TV show in May. Melissa Chan of not the 4chan. Okay, so that was to think about now. That was then. That was back in late June, folks. All right, so we're coming on up. 2,772. This came at 644. President Trump. FDR had the radio. JFK had TV. Trump has Twitter. The president rode to the office of presidency on a 140-character soapbox. Now 280. It's been expanded. And has since turned it into the ultimate presidential bully pulpit. In the past, he singled out individuals as weak and insecure, in addition to a barrage of personalized insults. Most recently, he called Congresswoman Maxine Waters an extraordinarily low IQ person. Sometimes those tweets also undermine his own administration, such as when he announced a transgender military ban before the policy was implemented. And although Trump's unorthodox stream of consciousness may generate headlines and galvanize his base, it has also raised concerns among national security officials. That could be why a majority of the respondents to the Economist/YouGov poll said that Trump's Twitter style is inappropriate. In November, one former contract employee working for Twitter appeared to be so fed up by Trump's online presence, he suspended the president's account on the last day of his work, though he now asserts the 11-minute period where people couldn't access at real Trump's Twitter feed was a mistake. And then this one I just read, the time link. All right, you had a hunch that the new system was rigged, and you couldn't put the finger on it, huh? This might help you solve the puzzle. ABC News executive producer Ian Cameron. This is what we just went over. It says a visual of it. All right. ABC News, CBS News, ABC News, ABC, CNN, and now you know why it's no surprise the media is in Obama's pocket. Think there might be a little bias in the news? This may also explain why the cover-up of Hillary's private server and emails, Benghazi, Obamacare's soaring cost, $20 trillion in U.S. debt, everything. Isn't it interesting that every place you look in Obama's administration, people fill positions because of who they know, not what they know or how competent they are. So that's pretty good. Pretty good. The world is waking up to the truth. Expect attacks to dramatically intensify across all platforms. So again, folks, at that point, I'm telling you, we have the backup link down below in case we face anything more. So we got 2,773 in the series, 6:47 p.m. Just a little bit ago. We got an anonymous post of the Donald J. Trump. The Mueller investigation is totally conflicted, illegal, and rigged. Should have never been allowed to begin, except for the collusion and many crimes committed by the Democrats. Witch hunt. Who's the witch? New POTUS tweet. 1 minute Delta. Eastern Standard Time. Number 3 today. What are the odds of that? So we had 2 0 deltas, and now we got a 1 minute delta. So we're talking about a 1 minute delay, folks, of when there was 2 of them earlier with 0 minute delays. That's what the timestamp showed, and now we got one with like a 1 minute. So today, 3 alone. Q posts almost inconsistent with Trump tweets. 2,774 in the queue, drops, updates, breadcrumbs in the whole series, folks. So we're at 2,774. This came at 651. Again, it's 727 on the 17th of February, 2019. Graphic request. 3Q/POTUS 0 deltas. There it is. He requested. Well done, Patriot. Important to note, Q drops just prior to POTUS. Something big is coming. Something big is coming. This just came at 7 o'clock. So this here is showing us February 17th, the timestamp, 1:28, 13:28 military time, 1:28 p.m. earlier this afternoon. And then we got the 1:28 of the Prez, Trump. We come over from this other. So Trump did one at 1:28, and then he did one at 1:29. And then that one matches up to 1:29 on the map. (6:45 p.m.) and 6:44. Q is 1 minute before Trump's, not after. Wow, folks, there you go. How many coincidences do we need? All right, we'll see if we got any more. No more Q updates. So that was the last one. We're already 23 minutes in, so I'm going to shut this down. Again, folks, we appreciate everything. Take a look below for the. We appreciate all the support, the sending of gifts. It's great. We appreciate it. The P.O Box is down below. All the links if you want to donate any monetarily. If you want to just share the videos, that's another way to support. The Patron's still available, which is awesome. It went down out of nowhere. They had a review, and I guess they thought it was fine, and it came back up without any email to warn me. I just went over to look. So we appreciate everything. Again, take a look down below for the comments. Some of the greatest Patriots around the planet right here, part of the Patriot Hour. So we truly appreciate it. And they will lead you in the right directions, point you off, and just do lots. So. All right, God bless, Godspeed each and every one of you worldwide. We'll see you back here real soon on the next Patriot Hour update.